Good morning. Today my journey is going to start from Tokyo Station.
Our journey begins at here. Tokyo was built as the model of Netherlands Amsterdam station in the 18th century and remodeling as new in a few years ago. Today's train journey is to show that well-known deep snow train line, Jyoetsu line, which goes to the boundary of Gunma and Niigata Prefecture. In the entrance of Tokyo, that is our Japanese New Year traditional to decorate the bamboo objects set. This morning, my first ride is the rapid train of Takasaki line at 8:26. In Tokyo Station, you may be able to see a lot of kinds of trains in the many platforms. I know you might want to see Shinkansen, the bullet train, but maybe not this time, some other opportunity.
Your attention please. The local train bound for
That train goes through the city of many spots in Tokyo, such as Akihabara and Ueno. You may know those places if once or more you already came to Tokyo.
Green cars are car number 4 and number 5. A green card ticket is required.
Those green door trains are Yamanote trains.
による換気を行う際、一時的に冷たい風が出ることがありますのでご了承ください。引き続き、感染症対策にご理解とご協力をお願いいたします。
This is the Oku train shed, which was the mass trains arrived and departure from Ueno station back in the Showa era until 30 years ago. Now they aren't much used, but still some good trains are taking a rest. Over there, the deep, that is Cassiopeia passenger cars.
On the left side will open. Please watch your step when you leave the train. The stop after Omiya will be Agero. This train is Takasaki線快速アーバン高崎行きです。グリーン車は4号車と5号車です。グリーン車をご利用の際にはグリーン券が必要です。グリーン券を車内でお買い求めの場合、駅での発売枠と異なりますのでご了承ください。
I'll make a special video for this JR train museum some other time. This is such an interesting and a neat place.
列車は15両編成で前が15号車、後ろが1号車です。前より5両、11号車から15号車は熊谷の福崎途中の籠原止まりです。籠原より遠くの深谷本町高崎方面をご利用のお客様は後ろの10両、1号車から10号車の車両をご利用ください。車内はお手洗いも含めまして全て禁煙です。車内禁煙
車ありがとうございました。まもなく終点の高崎です。4番線に到着いたします。お出口は左側です。お降りの際は車内にお忘れ物、落とし物、
Takasaki Station is a very large station and a junction of Shin-Etsu Line, Jyoetsu Line, Jyoetsu Shinkansen, and Hokuriku Shinkansen. Also, Joshin Dentetsu, private small line. Here, Takasaki, I run to buy the bento food. This is the most famous bento in whole Japan called Toge no Kamameshi. This is not the original bento of Takasaki, but near of Yokokawa Station. Now I'm going heading for Minakami by this 211 types train. The lady train master announced that the next train from Minakami cannot set the schedule due to the heavy snowing. Also, there was no schedule for the bus substitution. She also added apology for the inconvenience. You can slightly see the snow-covered mountain far side. That is the Mount of Asama in Nagano Prefecture. You may slightly see the snow mountains. They are Tanigadake Mountains, where we're going there eventually and across the borders. Shibukawa is one of the largest cities of Gunma Prefecture, and they have many famous hot spring places around by. Ikaho Hot Spring is one of them. Japan's one of the most famous Kusatsu Hot Spring is near from this Shibukawa. This Tonegawa Daiichi Bridge is very famous photo spot of Jyoetsu line, and you can see far again that Tanigawa Dake Mountains where we are going. Finally appearing the snow. We're getting more and more later. Numata Station has long-nosed goblin hanging on a station wall. You could see very nice bridge far down there. That is a bridge of Jyoetsu Shinkansen on the Akaya River. We sadly increased the snow. We are nearly the edge of Gunma Prefecture, and here is a Kamimoku Station. The next is Minakami Station for this train's final destination. Now the train lady master announced that the next further train now start running, but very much delayed. Also, the next train could only go halfway out of Urasa Station. Originally, the next train was scheduled to go to Nagaoka Station, but there are very heavy snows, so the area is suspended. This beautiful river valley is so-called the Suwa Valley. It is also one of the famous photo spots in the Jyoetsu line. As well as the valley, in here, Minakami has so many large size of super hotels along the river.
お出口は左側です。車内でご注文は忘れ物ございませんようご注意ください。終点みなかみでもドアは自動で開きます。ドア付近のお客様はご注意ください。本日も JR 東日本上越線をご利用いただきましてありがとうございました。まもなく終点みなかみです。お出口は左側です。
ご利用のお客様に浦佐長岡間におきまして大雪の影響で運転を見合わせております。浦佐長岡間は大雪の影響で終日運転を見合わせております。そのため次の長岡行きは浦佐行きになる予定です。
Again, Minakami is the edge of Gunma Prefecture, and this station is my one of the best and most favorite station of all. In the front of the station, there are a few souvenir shops. Although this is a major station, I would say there are still not that many people here around. Let's take a look at this Minakami station's inside and outside for a while. The next train arrived much earlier than we expected, so cross the station bridge and go to the platform for the train. I never seen such a small snow blower made by Honda.
ご乗車ありがとうございました。終点みなかみです。本日列車遅れまして申し訳ございませんでした。ただいま
The train master once again mentioned that this train only go further to Urasa and don't further go to Nagaoka by the heavy snow.
お待ちください。まもなく発車となります。
The next station of the inside mountain is so famous in Japan and called the Doi Station. You have to 70 meters climb stairs with 462 steps to reach the ground. No elevators and no escalators, of course. After the long tunnel passed, it is snow country. This is one of very famous one phrase of novel, Snow Country, by Nobel Prize winner Yasunari Kawabata, who said at the moment of the right here. Water drained to let's not froze.
次は越後中里、越後中崎です。The next station is 越後中里。The next station is Echigo Yuzawa. The doors on the left side will open.
From this Echigo Nakazato to towards the end Echigo places, they are represented as one of the best ski places in Japan. Those retired blue passengers are for the skiers to take a rest during the ski snow season.
The next station is Iwapara Skiing Ground. 岩原 skiing ground. The doors on the right side will open. Please watch your step when you leave the train.次は越後湯沢です。The next station is 越後湯沢。まもなく越後湯沢です。お出口は左側です。上越新幹線はお乗り換えです。The next station is 越後湯沢。
This Echigo Yuzawa is my final destination of the journey today. This is the most well-known ski and hot spring resort in the Echigo district. By the way, Echigo is the old name of the Niigata prefecture. They keep announcing some of the trains today are suspended due to the heavy snow. They are foot bathing right from the station. The huge station buildings mainly belong to the Jyoetsu Shinkansen. In front of the Echigo station, there are a lot of large-sized hot spring spa hotels and condos. Again, here we could see a lot of water drain for ice and snow melting. The town of Echigo Yuzawa was very crowded and wealthy back in the 90s, but after the deflation, residents leave here and many of those condos rooms become empty. I tried a foot bath in front of the station. Since it is very comfortable here, I further had my lunch with my bento I bought from Takasaki Station. After that, I go back inside of the station, and here has a huge selections of souvenir shops. I could spend over 1 hour just looking through all attractive items of this Echigo area. Sanjo is the city of the other location in Echigo, where is famous of the steel and production of knives and scissors. That is why they brought to sell in here. But the most famous in Echigo is the best rice production in the country. What rice can make? The answer is sake of alcohol. You will see unbelievably how many kinds of sake selling here. Watch. I thought the salmons are real, but they are imitation. Those are dry soup noodles. And more local Echigo food. And they sell a lot of kind of miso for soup and soy sauce. They are Japanese main food ingredients. And finally, as I mentioned, rice is the most represented products of food in Echigo. Very high quality and well tasted rice. I didn't know until this time, but Echigo had that culture to hang in many dolls for decoration as this. This is very pretty. This is my favorite food called sasadango. It is a rice cake wrapped with bamboo leaves. Inside it has bean and a little sweet.
This is one of my favorite. Got a sweet bean. The weather of snow is still bad condition and the train schedule hasn't been changed, but it should be okay to go back to Tokyo direction. Of course, Echigo Yuzawa is a ski place, so selling the ski wear is here, and continue to check more souvenirs shop they have. Again, here are the logo brands of many sakis in Echigo. This inside location, you can try sake. If you pay 500 Japanese yen, you could have 5 different brands of sample of sakis. I thought I want to try it, but I don't want to feel drunk inside of a train. Souvenir shops have certain numbers of people customers, but the train platforms are no people with a silent and much snow covers. This is the other side of the station exit. Almost none people and feel like a ghost town. This is a rock room for skiers. I tried my last food here. This is another rice cake called gohei mochi. The food is not originally from Echigo, but I feel like I wanted to eat here. After the Jyoetsu Shinkansen go through the Gunma and the Niigata prefectures in 1982, number of Jyoetsu local trains much decreased the numbers. Here Echigo Yuzawa was the major station where many express long trains stopped here until then. Now you could only see very short trains comes here only once an hour or every 2 hours. The large Pass Glory station seems very lonely now. have to spend and enjoy a few hours in Echigo Yuzawa. I take this train to go back same way I took to come here.
この列車は上越線普通列車水上行きです。
Again enjoying the train snow view, but the weather is not as good as this morning with much less sunshine. This almost 180-degree curve with no obstacle around is very famous for train photo spot, and the curve is called Echigo Nakazato Big Curve. This train only has 4 boxes, but talking about 30 years ago, the trains are 12 boxes long and you could see the train front and back by the window.
The next station is Tsuchitaru.
The long tunnel here between Echigo Nakazato to Tsuchitaru actually has a loop inside a mountain to elevate the height, as you can see that figure on the left.
Tsuchitaru です。お出口は左側です。
ワーランドでよ。
Here is the ground level of the Doi station. Do you remember that 70 meters climb stair with 462 steps are down at the station?
次はユビソです。
Another tunnel loop here between Doi and Yubiso stations, as you can see again in the figure on the right. What an interesting thing is, when you come out from the last tunnel of this and arrive at the Yubiso station, you can see just where you went through on that mountain a minute ago before the loop. Can you see a rail track there?
This train is Jyoetsu Express, Minakami行きです。次は終点Minakamiです。The next station is the Minakami Terminal.
Finally, come back to that Minakami station. I finally go to check to see that steam locomotive D51. It is completely covered by snow, but this place is supposed to be the train park and the turntable is behind a steam locomotive. I'm taking this JR 211 type to go back Takasaki during the sunset. Arrived Takasaki on time and now I'm taking this diesel train Kiha 110 Hachiko line to go back my home in West Tokyo.